I love traveling. I love adventures. I love to meet new people and new cultures, and I love my family.
I like the technical stuff and trying to diagnose a problem and satisfaction you feel when you can accomplish that.
He rode motorcycles and he rode snowmobiles, and he's always willing to go and have fun. And
I was actually a service manager at different dealerships around the area.
I always had a desire to work with young people, to work with at-risk kids, and help them achieve the dreams that they were told they would never, ever be able to do.
I know things can happen to you overnight. I honestly did not expect it to happen to Mark overnight.
I don't really remember much of anything except for people running up and down the hall and papers flying, and next thing I know, I woke up in the hospital. I contracted some sort of an infection that manifested itself up in my skull, and so I had to have brain surgery and have the infection removed.
After that day, my life changed forever. I was at work, and my client went outside without his gloves. So I retrieved the gloves and went outside. I slipped on the ice, and I hit my head on the cement, and I felt my brain move forward. It was a feeling I wouldn't want anyone to ever feel. I don't remember anything for 2.5 months after that.
Whether it be a car accident or a stroke or something that brings someone into the hospital, it's scary. And it's so stressful, not only for the patient, but for the families.
The day that Mark got out of the hospital, I didn't know where to turn. So you're just lost. It's like taking home a newborn baby. And
I know I was kind of out of my mind. I was having conversations, but I don't remember them. I couldn't dress myself. I couldn't cook for myself.
If you woke up one day and all of a sudden you don't have the ability to tie your shoe anymore, and you can wear slippers, which I did for about 6 or 8 months because I didn't want to tell anybody. You know in your own mind that this is a pretty simple thing and I should be able to do this. And the harder you try to do it, the worse it gets.
What it is just little things that we take for granted every single day. Writing something down, being able to make a phone call, being able to keep a to-do list in front of you and stay on task.
I was a person who was an avid reader. I taught communication classes. I went from all of that to not being able to read. Couldn't remember if a pencil was a pencil, if red was red. For me, it was devastating. I had just been newly married and had so many plans for the future. I felt like my life was out of control and I needed something. Dr. Porzelius from St. Charles gave me the name of Abilitree, and he said, give them a call. I thought, well, I don't need to go there. I'm not disabled. Well, I will have to say right here and right now, for those of you that don't know about Abilitree, you should, because they saved my life.
When I started seeing the counselors at Abilitree, they showed me some of the ways to get the help I needed. It's been just a lifesaver. I think I was so much of an asshole. I think I'm surprised that Michelle's still here. And if my day didn't go very good, she kind of became a whipping post or something when she'd get home.
I never ever felt like leaving, ever. But there was times when I would stay at work longer, so I didn't have to go home.
She's been pretty patient. Thanks.
Without Abilitree, I'm not sure I would have been capable of that over a long-term period.
Support groups are huge for people who are going through a therapeutic process. They get to be a teacher as well.
I really believe in advocates, mentors. I always played that role. Now Abilitree is playing that role for me. Abilitree has offered to me a support group for women only called Healing Pathways. It was a safe place to go. I was able to get up in front of them and present this presentation. I can now start somewhere down the road, help other people that have gone through what I'm going through right now.
Abilitree can help people really get organized. When they get into the nitty-gritty stuff, for example, writing a letter or a grocery list, they can struggle.
Abilitree has also given me what they call brain train. It can be anything from a memory game to a number game. So for me, brain train is training my brain to work around its disability.
Mark's improved a lot in the last 2 years. His facial expressions have started to come back, and his memory has gotten so much better that I feel that I got a lot of him back.
A lot of the people that we see have medical needs that you can't even see. They look and act just fine, but when you get into the small details, it's a whole different story.
You know, people with traumatic brain injuries are known as people with invisible disabilities. Don't look at me thinking that I'm 100% because I'm not.
If Abilitree wasn't here, that full rehabilitation that we offer and that we want to connect people to would probably be incomplete.
If we wouldn't have gotten involved with Abilitree when we did, I'm not so sure that I'd be making the progress that I'm making. I had an old car that I was restoring, and now I'm starting to take an interest again and hopefully can get back out into my shop and finish up some of the projects that are left laying around there.
I have high hopes. I'm going to start volunteering at Abilitree, and I'm very, very excited about that.
The whole staff at Abilitree is just, in my particular case, it's just been a lifesaver. I never even knew that there was people out there that cared as much as they do. Thank you, guys.